So I just performed Bruckner's 7th Symphony, did 2 concerts, Friday night and Saturday night. And while it was still fresh in my mind, I wanted to do some reflecting on both of those experiences. The first night, I was incredibly nervous, by which I mean my mind was just hyperactive and just thinking about like every little thing, noticing that, like, oh my gosh, like every time I had a rest. And in an orchestra, the trumpets have a lot of rests. My mind was just going at 100 miles an hour. There wasn't necessarily any particular reason for it. I just happened to have a lot on my mind, and it was just churning and moving around. Now compare that to tonight, the concert I just played. My mind was so much more still. Yeah, thoughts would come up, but they just settled after a moment. But here's the thing though, there were some things that were actually better in my playing during the first night that were worse tonight. There were some things that were better tonight than they were the previous night. So what does that all mean to me? Well, to me it means that that distinction that I'm making in my mind about one mental state being more desirable or more effective than another is almost not worrying about. My peak performance didn't depend on whether or not I was having a clear mind at the moment. And in some cases, my performance was actually better when it wasn't. And so, because this is all very fresh in my mind, I'm taking that to mean that anytime I start to get judgmental about my state of mind, or whether I'm performing well enough, or whether I'm feeling the music enough, I'll acknowledge that judgment, but then I might sort of set it aside. I've got more important things to worry about in the music, after all. Oh no. Oh, I'm the worst at pancakes. So if anything, this is as much a reminder to myself as it is wanting to share this experience with everybody. Next time nerves attack during a performance and I start having judgments like, oh no, I can't be having this thought, this is bad, I gotta get back into the mode. That's not actually super necessary. In fact, some of my nervousness may be coming from this feeling that I've gotta fix it. Oh, good grief. Well, gosh, I was really hoping it would work well for just this once. Well, it's a new stove. I'm learning. That's the excuse I'm gonna go with. Lean into failure, people. How this looks has nothing to do with whether it's gonna taste good or not, which it is. Same is true of my mental state during a performance. I'm bringing it around. Thoughts are beautiful. Music is beautiful. This is beautiful. Censoring beauty is more trouble than it's worth. Dig in.